Can the Ford Mustang Mach-E replace the classic Mustang? Right, so let's start with the obvious question. What in the name of all that is loud and glorious has Ford done to the Mustang? It's electric. It's an SUV. It looks like a cross between a Mustang badge and a fat mobile phone. And, to top it off, they've given it a name that sounds like a sneeze, Mach-E. Now, when you think of a Mustang, you imagine V8 growls, tires screeching in a plume of burning rubber, and a car that doesn't just go fast, but sounds fast. The sort of car that shouts, "I'm coming," whether you like it or not. And if you're lucky enough to own a classic Mustang, you're basically driving a rolling middle finger with everything that's eco-friendly and sensible. But then, Ford comes along with this thing. A silent, battery-powered Mustang that couldn't frighten a squirrel, let alone make your hair stand on end. It's as if they've taken Steve McQueen, slapped him in an electric suit, and said, "Be gentle with the environment, Steve." The Mach-E looks confused. It's got the Mustang badge, sure, but that's like putting a Ferrari badge on a blender. Yes, there are cues, the sharp headlights, the angry-looking grille, and those iconic tri-bar taillights. But the body? It's more SUV than muscle car, with the kind of bloated shape that would feel right at home in a suburban Tesco car park. It's as though the Mustang, once a symbol of rebellion, has given up the good fight and gone to a yoga class. It's traded its leather jacket for a Patagonia fleece. Performance, or lack of it. Let's get one thing straight. The Mustang Mach-E is not slow. In fact, with the GT version, you get 480 horsepower, which is more than the old-school V8 Mustangs had. Ford claims it'll do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, which is plenty quick. But that's the problem. It's quick in a way that makes you go, "Oh, that's efficient," rather than, "I just woke the dead." You see, the classic Mustang didn't care about efficiency. It was about making a racket. The V8 engine was an earthquake on wheels. You drove it, and the whole world knew about it. The Mach-E, on the other hand, whispers along like it's sneaking into a library. Yes, it's competent, and yes, it's modern, but it's not exactly exhilarating. There's no drama, no soul. It just works, like an electric toaster or a self-checkout machine. Handling? SUV in disguise. Now, I'll give Ford some credit. They've made this big, heavy electric brick handle decently. The low center of gravity, thank you batteries, means it corners surprisingly well for something that weighs as much as a hippo in concrete boots. It's balanced, predictable, and feels reasonably nimble for a car that looks like it's been at the donuts. But here's the thing. Mustangs were never about handling finesse. They were about brute force and trying not to kill you when you took a corner too fast. The Mach-E is so safe, so planted, it feels like it's been designed by a health and safety officer. You could drive it while sipping a latte and checking your emails. Practicality. Wait, is this a Mustang? Here's where the Mach-E starts making sense. It's an SUV, after all, and it's got loads of space. You can fit your kids, your shopping, and probably even a couple of Great Danes in the back. And the boot? Massive. Plus, there's even a frunk. Yes, a front trunk where the engine should be. It's as practical as a Swiss Army knife. But here's the rub. A Mustang wasn't supposed to be practical. It wasn't about groceries and school runs. It was about speed, about freedom, about feeling like the king of the open road. It was useless, uncomfortable, and gloriously irrational. The Mach-E is the complete opposite, sensible, quiet, and efficient. Basically, everything a Mustang shouldn't be. So, can it replace the classic Mustang? If you're asking whether the Mustang Mach-E can replace the classic Mustang, The answer is a resounding no. It's like asking if oat milk can replace whiskey. Sure, one's healthier and better for you, but the other one's got soul. The classic Mustang is a car that lives and breathes. It's noisy, obnoxious, and full of flaws, and that's why people love it. The Mach-E, by contrast, is a car designed to fit into the future, where things are clean, quiet, and polite. So, can the Mach-E stand next to the classic Mustang? Absolutely. In fact, they're probably too different to even compare. The Mach-E is what happens when the Mustang gets a university degree, takes up jogging, and swaps steak for quinoa. It's a brilliant piece of technology, and as an electric SUV, it's impressive. But will it ever capture the spirit of the Mustang? Will it ever make you feel like you've just unleashed hell every time you hit the throttle? No, because the truth is, some things just can't be replaced.